You are watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. A Pakistani court has acquitted a Christian couple who spent the past 7 years on death row for blasphemy. Shafqat Emmanuel and his wife Shaguftah Kausar are from the Toba Tek Singh District in the eastern province of Punjab. The pair were arrested in 2013 and charged with sending text messages insulting Muhammad, even though both the accused are illiterate. A year later, the married couple, who have 4 children, were found guilty and sentenced to death. Their case was recently taken to the High Court in Lahore, though, by the leading Pakistani lawyer Saiful Malook, whereupon the Emmanuel's conviction for blasphemy was quashed. Mr Malook won a similar acquittal in 2018 for a Christian woman, Asia Bibi, who had spent 8 years on death row for blasphemy. Catholics in Nigeria have been urged to pray for the conversion of those responsible for killing a young priest earlier this month. The plea was issued by Archbishop Matthew Manoso Nadagoso of Kaduna during the Requiem Mass for Father Alphonsus Bello, which took place at Our Lady of the Apostles Church in Kaduna on June the 1st. 33-year-old Father Bello was kidnapped and killed by armed bandits on May the 20th. He was abducted along with another priest, Father Joe Keke, who has since been released. In his funeral homily, Archbishop Nadagoso asked for those present to pray for the repentance and conversion of those who killed Father Bello. May he rest in peace. Various religious leaders have made public their opposition to the state of South Australia's proposed Voluntary Assisted Dying bill. In a letter sent to the members of the state's House of Assembly, South Australia's Catholic bishops have been joined by other churches, Christian communities and non-Christian religions in criticising the bill, saying it undermines human freedom by offering a misleading choice between taking one's life and dying amid extreme suffering. The religious leaders say that providing high-quality palliative care for the terminally ill is not a third choice, but is in fact best practice and should be promoted by the local state. Staying in Australia, and the Archbishop of Sydney has spoken out against the Government of New South Wales' bid to take control of all cemeteries within the state, including Catholic cemeteries. The government say the consolidation of ownership is necessary to address the shortage of burial sites and financial shortfalls by the independent operators. However, in a letter to his priests, Archbishop Anthony Fisher of Sydney says the government's plans were developed without consulting with the church. He also insists that Catholic cemeteries are solvent and that the government's plan will see the cost of burials increase. The Archbishop reminds his priests that caring for the dead is one of the Church's corporal works of mercy. Catholic cemeteries have operated in New South Wales for over 150 years. Former US President George W. Bush has donated $100,000 to the Catholic Church to help its apostolic work with migrants and refugees. This week saw Catholic Charities USA publish a letter from President Bush in which he reveals he's donating the proceeds of his new book to organisations helping immigrants and refugees. The book is called Out of Many One: Portraits of America's Immigrants. Catholic Charities say that President Bush's money will be spent helping migrants and refugees at the US-Mexico border. Pope Francis has named the Holy See's new diplomatic representative to Israel. He's Archbishop Adolfo Tito Yalana, who hails from the Philippines. He replaces Archbishop Leopoldo Girelli as Apostolic Nuncio to Israel and Cyprus. Archbishop Girelli was appointed Apostolic Nuncio to India last March. Prior to his new appointment, 73-year-old Archbishop Yalana had been serving as the Holy See's envoy to Australia. Born in 1948 in Naga City in the Philippines, he was ordained to the sacred priesthood on St. Joseph's Day, March 19th in 1972. He joined the Church's diplomatic corps in 1984 and has since worked in missions in Ghana, Sri Lanka, Turkey, Lebanon, Hungary, Taiwan and Papua New Guinea. His new post will see him also represent the Holy See as Apostolic Delegate to Jerusalem and Palestine. Finally, a new survey reveals that 97% of Filipino Catholics believe in the real presence of Jesus Christ in the Holy Eucharist. The research was commissioned by the church-run Radio Veritas to mark the 500th anniversary of the arrival of Christianity to the Asian archipelago. The survey organisers say the result embodies the deep spirituality and faith that Filipino Catholics have in the Catholic belief that Jesus Christ is truly present in the Holy Eucharist, body, blood, soul and divinity. Ave Verum Corpus. Well, that's your latest headlines for now. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also visit us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.